Reason number 46 to get a Nissan. Features, especially the ones you get with the 2025 Nissan Kicks Play. Integrated Apple CarPlay, a spacious interior, advanced safety features, and more room in your budget. Because it's the most affordable new vehicle in Quebec. Get the 2025 Nissan Kicks Play S from only $22,774, including a $2,600 cash purchase bonus. Visit your Nissan dealer today. Until March 2nd, conditions apply. Details at Nissan.
So over the last 10 years, I've gone before Montrealers 3 times with a clear vision, presented priorities and values that have never changed. As you know, politics have never been a career choice for me. I've always seen it as a way of changing the world. And my world in the past 30 years has been Montreal.
That's Valerie Plante yesterday at her press conference announcing that she would not seek a third term. It shocked many, caught many by surprise. So let's talk about this a little bit more. Despina Sourias joins us from the borough of Côte-des-Neiges, NDG. She's a city councillor in that borough. Despina, welcome back to the show.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. So take me to yesterday morning. When did you find out this was happening? And tell me about your reaction.
Well, I found out, obviously, before the press conference. It was a very emotional moment to see her take this hard decision and explain to us, how she came to decide to, not ask for a third term as mayor, of course. So I was surprised. I was emotional, but I also felt a sense of, she kind of imbued in us a sense of confidence. The truth is, because she's built the party, she's done so many wonderful things for the city that I feel like her legacy is there, and I feel that she's leaving behind a team that is solid and unified. So she's going to be there for the next year to accompany all of us through the process. So it was an emotional moment, but I really felt like we all came together and we have a team in place that can move forward,
Yeah, and listen, Despina, I know there had been criticism. I think the Montreal Gazette remarked it, that she had faced growing criticism from business circles over the direction of the city. But, I almost feel like, was there a mix-up in the phone lines? Because everyone wanted Trudeau to leave. Nobody was asking for her to leave. It was Trudeau we were after. So I'm surprised that we saw her say she's not going to run again. She won twice. She has been popular.
Yeah, but a lot of times people cling to power and but for her, it was really it was a personal decision. She expressed it very clearly. For her, it was, look, I did my 3 mandates. I'm putting 100% of myself in it. As she projected forward, she's like, could I do this exactly the same way for another, 5 years, will be 4 years on another mandate? For her, it was not sure of that. So if I'm not sure, I rather prepare myself for the next step, prepare our team for the next step. And I find that's very a dignified way of, giving place to another wind and, moving us forward.
Where do you think it leaves your party, right? Because I haven't seen any clear successor, right, waiting in the wings. And some would point out, Sterling Downey, he made a very valid point this morning on this show that, Valerie Plante was kind of sort of an unknown when she became leader.
Yeah.
So are you next? Are you the next leader? Who is the next, diamond in the rough that ends up being the leader?
It's a great question. It's a great time to ask it, obviously. Look, she, like Sterling said, she was active in the party and she had to build her momentum to take the leadership. So we have a lot of brilliant minds around the table. Everybody's a leader. If you're engaging politically, you're a leader in your own way, whether you're a mayor or a city council or borough council. So there are potential, I think there are potential people who might want to seek this. And I'm looking forward to see how it goes. I do believe that our race, the leadership race, will be a show of solidarity. I do feel us like a strong team. I feel us we know where we're going. We know what we've done. We know what we still have to do. So I do feel it's going to be an interesting race, but I also think it's going to be one that's going to be really show solidarity around
What are you most
Projet Montreal is in the next, moving forward. Yeah.
What are you most proud of the 7 years so far, and I guess the year to come? What are you most proud of? What do you think? What do you think the track record is? The record that you think Montrealers should be cognizant of?
Well, for me, first of all, she broke a glass ceiling. So as a woman, I'm very proud to have, work with a team that has a woman as a leader. And she really opened doors for a lot of us, myself included, coming from the community sector, seeing her rise to the top. Like, it's amazing to see that. A legacy, of course, she's invested, we've kind of reconfigured the way we want to work on climate change. We've done a lot of work on protecting green spaces in the West End and East End, the Falaise here in NDG. Of course, providing different sources of public and, active transportation. The bike paths have become something that people talk about fervently for gains. But for me, I feel like it's an interesting way of revising how cities work and how we see mobility within the city, putting the public transportation debate on the front lines of our provincial policies as well. I think that's important. And of course, we were one of the first administrations to see the housing crisis. Valerie, from day one, she's been focusing on the housing crisis. We said it in 2017 before nobody else was talking about it, and we rebuilt actually the whole service around housing in the city.
But can I tell you, Despina, this is really interesting, right? Because both Sterling this morning and you have brought up housing and hey, what should we be highlighting? And I think if I'm Projet Montreal, don't talk about the record on housing. I think it's abysmal. I think that's I can extol the virtues of Projet Montreal in so many other ways, but the housing portfolio.
What I'm going to say, I understand where you might be coming from, but the numbers don't lie. There has been more housing in place, created since we've been there.
The rents have tripled.
And over the last
the rents have tripled, Despina.
But we don't control the rents. There's other forces in the market that create that. So for us, I think that what we have in place will show fruit. There's other governments that also have to play their role in this. And, it's the CAC came in late in the game, changed their programs, and not take into consideration what was happening. Same thing. We adjusted our mixed housing policy also to adapt to the market. So,
but the provincial government gave you Blue Bonnets, right? The Hippodrome site, the Îlot Voyageur. That's the big story this week. No bids that conform to the Îlot Voyageur project.
We're negotiating with the two major groups that are. So the thing is, overall. Yeah. The results you're going to see, they're major projects. They do take time. There was nothing done on that site, on the Hyperdrome site, until we came to power and provided the plan. And there's going to be
nothing's
more.
there.
We still have one year to go.
Nothing's there.
There's no infrastructure there, so it does take time to build a site. Look at all the other sites that have been built across Montreal over the last 50, 60 years. They weren't done in 2 years. They were done in time. So I think that's what you're going to see. It does take time to develop correctly and to develop in a sustainable way. We've developed sites historically that had no schools, that had nothing. We didn't create neighborhoods. We created housing. But you can't just create housing. You have to create neighborhoods that have services, that have accessibility. So for us,
I tell you've done. But you've done a good job on making livable cities, right? I think that's the reason why you keep winning boroughs, right?
Yeah.
So I'll give you where credit is due. My takeaway from this interview, though, Despina, is that you are considering on running for mayor, and I think that's a good thing.
Considering and running for mayor? I didn't say that.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, okay. I was just trying to start a rumor. Well, think about it.
Having us.
Think about it.
Everything is up for thinking.
Despina Sourias is from Côte-des-Neiges, NDG, a city councillor there. Thanks, Despina. We'll talk again real soon.
All right. Take care.